Yo, what's going on, guys? This is your boy Otaku. Have been coming at you with another anime review. Today I'll be reviewing Now and Then and Here and There, or Soko ni Iru Boku. Boku, yeah. And basically, what this is, it's a really fucked up anime. If you enjoy fucked up things and you want to watch this anime, then you've chosen the right anime because this anime is probably the most fucked up anime I've ever seen. And a while back, the United Nations were talking about banning some animes. If there was an anime to ban, this would be the one. It is that fucked up. But anyway, you got your main character Shu. He starts off in the middle of the town. He's enjoying his life, enjoying breakfast. He's like, "What a life! I get to eat a great breakfast like this with a mother like that every single day." And then he goes out on the town and he sees Lalaru. She's on top of one of the smoke exhaustions for one of the factories. And so he climbs up to one next to her and says, "How did you even get up there? That ladder's broken." And Lalaru, she just doesn't say anything the whole time. She's just staring at the sunset after Shu asks Lalaru what she's doing. Lalaru just points at the sunset. After that, some enemies pop up on some weird looking vehicles trying to take Lalaru back. And once they actually do manage to recapture Lalaru, they actually captured Shu at the exact same time after Shu fought him off with a stick. A stick is his signature weapon the whole time. And once they get captured, they're trying to find the pendant that Lalaru had. And they're in the whole scuffle to get them actually captured from inside the base because they got teleported there and weren't exactly captured at the very beginning. Shu knocked Lalaru's pendant off of her. And after that, they were basically captured and beaten for 2 or 3 episodes. Then Shu got trapped into a holding cell with a chick named Sarah. Basically, Sarah was raped several times until she became pregnant. And before she knew that she was pregnant, she was about to get raped again because they were trying to impregnate her to create soldiers because the whole kingdom is under a king that's ruthless and evil named King Hamdo. And basically, he takes kids, says, "Well, you can't go back home, and we're going to train you to be soldiers." So if they get out of hand, they're easy to take care of. Their kids, but they're being trained to be soldiers, working for King Hamdo and his holy war to basically get everyone to worship him. And when that takes place, then he says that everybody can go back. So they're all fighting so they can go back to their village. But what they don't know is when King Hamdo captures them, kills their parents, and takes them back, he actually leaves bombs and destroys the village. We find that out later. Um, you have Nabaka, the strong, silent type, who starts off fighting Shu at the very beginning before he gets captured, and Shu actually saved his life after he's fighting to capture them. And later on, the King Hamdo's armies actually ran up on Shu and Lalaru because Shu and Lalaru eventually escape after Sarah escapes because she was about to get raped and she picks up something and beats the living shit out of the guy that's about to rape her and kills him. Then she escapes. She runs past that after dressing up to get herself in disguise to get out of the castle. So she escapes. Later on, during an excavation mission to find more, not an excavation, but expedition to find more troops because King Hamdo was running out. Lalaru and Shu managed to slip away, and after that, they find a kingdom or not a kingdom, but a town that'll take them in, and most of the people there are from Hollywood, which is where they're from because they've escaped from them. And Big Sis takes them in. She's a strong woman type character that is completely against the war. She don't want anybody to be killed anymore because that town had recently sent some people into the base to try to assassinate King Hamdo, and they both wound up dying. And basically, one of the other guys there at the town wants to go in and send more assassins into Hollywood to assassinate King Hamdo, but once they do that, then they're probably just gonna die again. And one of the Hollywood people that were sent out on an expedition to capture more troops, they were all sent on an expedition to find a new building because after scratch that, I said that wrong earlier. Lalaru and them escaped from inside of the castle by flooding the castle. Lalaru has the power to summon water wherever she wants to. She flooded the castle, then they both escaped, and when she flooded it, that gave the whole system the chance to fly. Now their base can fly. Eventually, that guy that made it to their kingdom or their little town basically pulled off the bottom of a shoe and sent a location back to him, and now they're flying Hollywood all the way over to this town with Big Sis and all. They ransack Big Sis's town and basically murder everybody, and that's that's pretty much it. So a shoe and Lalaru, or a shoe runs in to defeat Hamdo, which he manages to do eventually after Lalaru was about to lose Big Sis because Big Sis was strapped up like a crucifixion. You know, like she was strapped up for abandoning the kingdom, hiding Lalaru from them, causing Hollywood to come invade them. But the reason Hollywood's actually invading them was because the assassins they sent earlier. And after that, she was just like, all right, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna take this guy out. She runs up to the top, manages to take the guy out after Lalaru floods the village to save it, and they take Hamdo out. And then after that, she was actually able to send back to his own world, and everything was cool in that whole world. Lalaru wound up disappearing because she flooded the entire earth after that. So she was the very essence of water. That's why she can summon water. Her whole mindset through the whole thing was that people never thank me for the water that they're getting because I can provide water. Then they'll get angry once they can't get the water provided on command. No one's actually thankful for it. They are at first, but then after that, they don't even care anymore. They just want it on command. So that's why I've dried up this whole planet pretty much. Small lakes and reservoirs were only there before for people to drink out of, so water was extremely scarce. After she flooded Hollywood, that's when we got to see her power the first time. She was able to summon water enough to provide for everyone. She's just been hiding this power, and that's the reason Hamdo wanted her so much, because water was such a scarcity there. And now she's flooded the whole planet, managing to disappear, watching her last sunset with Shu, because Shu and Lalaru have basically fallen in love at this point. And Sarah takes over the children because Big Sis actually winds up dying to Hamdo's soldiers. And Sarah Ringwald, the chick, actually manages to take over the 8 or 10 kids that Big Sis had, besides when she went all in. That's somewhere around like 12 kids. She had a lot of kids, and Sarah manages to, you know, step up and become their mother at this point. And the whole time they have a rival basically named Tabul. He's actually trying to, you know, get along with King Hamdo and do everything he wants to do. He realizes that his kingdom is dead, so he's just like, this is the best place I can live. I got a free meal every day. I get some free water, not much of it, but I get some free water, so I can survive here. This was before King Hamdo actually was defeated, and he wound up I believe he wound up drowning in some pool of the water that Lalaru fled the Hollywood with. And overall, I'm just gonna give this anime like a 4 out of 10. It was not good, and it was pretty sick. I really didn't like this anime because, I mean, it's about kids being beat pretty much the whole time, and the story was kind of shitty. It's just about a king that was hell bent on world domination. It's pretty overplayed. There really wasn't much to this anime, and one of the main characters was dreary and distant. So you literally only had one main shonen type character, and the rest of it was shit we've already seen before, and really fucked up on top of that. So there really isn't any reason this anime should get over a 5 out of 10, even though my anime list says it's around 7 or 8. So I don't know, it's my opinion. Peace, guys.